welcome to my channel. Let's explore the mystical realms and get ready to receive a timeless message specifically crafted for the intuitive souls of Pisces. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, thank you for tuning in. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. Keep in mind that the energy of this reading transcends time, and you've stumbled upon it exactly when the universe has intended. As we each embark upon our own unique personal journeys, remember this message is pre-recorded, yet its resonance is attuned to the present moment. Let your intuition be your guide and trust it as you listen. For those of you who have continued to support my channel monetarily and energetically over the years by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and continuing to watch my videos, you are greatly appreciated. May you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. Let's all join in and unlock the secret magic the cards hold for us. Okay, as y'all see, that's the message that I have right here. Do not forget. Don't forget, okay? Home is where your heart is. So your home will always be the place for which you feel the deepest affection, no matter where you are. So it's like your heart is calling to you. And this has something to pertain to me. I just literally woke up and I was having a dream. So I figured it would help somebody else, but I didn't even realize I was having a dream because it was just weird. And these cards are from last night. Burnt by the sun. Somebody's being burnt by the sun for being too ambitious, for overextending their reach. And then forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. But then the message was, don't forget. Don't forget who you are at your core. So the true authentic self, home is where your heart is. So in my dream, this is what was happening. So I can't remember all of it, but I'm gonna just give y'all the gist because if I start crying, please just try to listen through because I'll try to still be clear because right now I still have tears in my eyes because I just realized what was happening. Okay, so in my dream, my ex was there and it was almost like we were going back through, because that's the person I got intercepted by him early. So at 14 is when I saw him. At 14 is when I knew that me and him was supposed to be together. It was almost like an instant connection. I saw him from across the street. I was 14, he's 5 years older than me, so he was an adult, was not allowed to engage with me. Somehow at 17 years old, he saw me. And then he got my then friends to call me to come to him because I didn't see him this time. He now spotted me and I don't know what in him made him, so apparently the same thing. Either way, throughout my dream, he was telling me that it's time for me to come home. So it was like he came to get me. And for some reason, it was like an apartment building or some houses that were connected. And so him and what I thought was my soul tribe, so I'm going to say it like that, but basically it was the family. So him and the family came to get me because they were saying, okay, it's time for you to wake up now. It's time for you to, we got to take you back home. And so in my dream, they were doing everything to kind of make it seem like I belong with them. And so it was almost like, because when I did a live the other day and I said, well, during ladies night, I said that entity, who he was back then and who he is now was not the same person. The energy that just did what they just did with me is not the same person as the energy it was before. So what they were trying to do in my dream is make me comfortable enough for me to want to pack up and go with them. So it kind of went back and it played out things that we used to do back in the day. So it was trying to get me real familiar, real comfortable. And so I was going along with it at first, but as I'm going through the house that they were telling me that I got to pack up, you got to pack this up because we got to take you home. You don't belong here. You belong elsewhere, like on a different planet or a different, like I was in a different parallel or a different time or something. And they were saying, this is not your time. You belong with us and you belong here. So as I'm packing, it's like lots of other stuff start to happen. So I'm telling them, okay, well, I got to do this. I got to do this. I can't just leave my house the way that it is. There's stuff that's happening here and I got to make sure that it's right. Because for some reason, there were cats and stuff that was living and I was responsible for a whole lot of people. So I'm trying to make sure I'm closing out the stuff because as they were like telling me I gotta go home, they were doing stuff that made me feel like, okay, well, I knew I was waiting on something or somebody, and okay, y'all feel like the people that I was waiting on. So as this is happening, it's like old stuff playing out, like stuff that we used to do together that would make me feel like, okay, this is the person, these are the people that I'm supposed to be with, because I didn't know the other people that he was with, but I just knew him, and it was the old connection. So as I'm going through, because for some reason, I don't know if this was like just a little place that we had built or I had built at the time, and there was like a whole community of people, and I'm going through and I'm telling the people, okay, well, my people are here, but everybody was looking at me weird, like they knew, but they was trying to figure out if I knew. Like these people were so, I don't know if I want to say like, it's almost like your spiritual guide, because the thing that's coming to mind right now is Star Wars and the little green man. What is his name? The one with the big ears. They were trying to figure out if I don't know. It's almost like they knew, but they loved me so much they was gonna respect my wishes. And so, but what started happening was, as I'm going through different stuff, I start realize I had been hiding things along the way. Like at one person's house, I went to go say goodbye to them, but literally my body instinctively went to one of their cabinets and I pulled out this thing from the cabinet. So as I'm going through, then all of a sudden there was something about these cats that was living underneath. And these cats, I don't even know if they were like human cats or like something, but it was something real weird about the cats. So I unlocked the porch of the house. And I was trying to get something out of there, but then these cats kept coming because I kept trying to tell them. They kept trying to tell me, he was trying to tell me, hurry up, like we gotta go. So we're on a time schedule. The plane is gonna leave or whatever it was, like the something was gonna leave, because I remember like it was almost like us being out in the desert when we started to drive away. But hold on, we going, that's not okay. So I'm letting the cats, I wasn't even trying to let the cats do anything. I was trying to get something from underneath the step. But then when I opened up the step, there was a cat in there that I didn't know. And I'm saying, how did you get in here? So that was the first thing that threw me. So I grabbed the thing that I was trying to grab, but then the cat, for some reason, started to circle around my legs. And then as the cat went through my legs, the cat grew bigger, almost like it was a tiger or something. And it didn't throw me because for some reason, I was the only thing that could see the tiger. To everybody else, it was still a cat. And so I'm saying, okay, well, you don't belong in here. So, you know, and I don't know how the whole entire thing, but either way, then cats started coming. So I'm sliding stuff in my pocket. And I'm not even looking at the stuff, so I don't even know what the stuff is. That's the thing. I'm sliding it in my pocket because it's as if I don't want anybody else to see it. because for some reason they gave me, like, I had an armed guard. It wasn't a guard that was supposed to stop me or anything. It was because now these people realized where I was, and they're saying, you don't belong here. Do you know that you have reign over this place and this time and this, that, and the third? You don't belong here. So whoever the person was with me, he was only supposed to be watching over me and protecting me. And I'm saying, I don't need protection from these people. I don't need protection from this place. I built this place. This is the place that I built. These people love me. And they're saying, no, we need to send, the guy with you or whatever. And I'm saying, so something about that moment also threw me, because I'm saying, yeah, he might be here to protect me, but I'm also thinking that he's here to make sure I didn't run. Okay? So apparently these people didn't realize. So that's why the cat turned into a tiger. But again, that cat didn't belong there. All right, so then the mother cat, the cat that I actually knew that belonged in that area, she comes out and now she's talking, but these people can't hear this cat talking. Only I can hear this cat talking. So I'm trying to play it off like I'm not talking to the cat, but because this man is standing here. So the cat is telling me, you got to be invisible. It's time for you to make yourself invisible. So I'm still talking to the baby cat as if I'm talking to but I hear the mom, what she's saying. She said, you need to make yourself invisible. Nobody's saying anything like, how do I explain it? It's almost like I can hear everything that's being said, even in the rooms, because what my ex starts to do is like, it was almost instantaneously, like, all of a sudden they start doing this thing like, making money or doing something. So it was almost like trying to make me think or trying to make me believe old stuff, old things. Like, okay, you belong with this person. This is the person that you remember. So this is, so I don't know what was happening, but in the room, in the house, I could hear in the house, or I could see in the house. And they're doing something like trying to get some of my stuff together, because they're saying we got to get her out of here. We got to get her out of here. And we got to go now. Like, we can't stay around too long. So the cat is saying, make yourself invisible. So somehow I did just that. I made myself invisible. And I had this satchel. It looks like a bag, like a brown bag. And actually, I have something that resembles that I just recently bought, and I didn't know why I bought it, but literally, so things coming back, and then I realized I had been hiding the things. So I'm starting to pack. I'm packing, because at this point I know I'm about to run. And at this point, the people that were connected to me also knew I was about to run as well. But for some reason, it was almost like they all knew, like instinctively, the people that I had built this new community. Apparently there was already a thing where they all already knew, or we had already talked about it. There was like a keyword or something. So I don't know if it was like I had spell casted over myself to instinctively know, like, when this happened, it's time to run. And so when the people showed up and they're saying, you belong with us, and we're going to take you back, and they did everything that would make it seem like I belong with them. So I'm packing my bag, but I'm not letting anybody know or see what's in my bag. And so I remember going in the house, and I remember saying something to my ex, like, you know, because at the time they're trying to make me feel like or think that this is the person that I'm supposed to be with. I'm so glad I found you. We don't know how you got here or what happened. And apparently I had amnesia is basically what they were trying to tell me. Like, you don't belong here. This is not your time. This is not your place. We don't know how you got here. But you don't belong here. This is not where you belong. So I go in the house, and I was talking, and I was saying, okay, well, there are some things that I have to do in the bathroom. So I got to go in the bathroom because this is the only place that was the only place I was not going to have to take that guy. So I'm saying, okay, well, I got to go get myself together. And so he has to stay here, and I'll be back. So these cards are on the floor, so I'm going to just take them because the other set is in the back. So apparently I'm going to just take what seems like it belongs here. This, I am manifesting you. So I'll shuffle these, but yeah, nah, something's not right. Okay, so because I was feeling like something's not right. And then there's things all of a sudden that was happening that wasn't happening because I wasn't seeing before, my cats turn into fucking tigers and things of that nature. It was almost as if the time was now like unlocking me or something. So I go to the bathroom, I turn on the shower water, and then I disappeared out of there. And at this point, I don't know where I am, but literally now the people that came for me, now I can hear, like, they're all in a desert, and they have these, I don't know what kind of like vehicles they were, but now everybody's in a panic because and I can see in like their car. And so everybody's in a panic, and he's telling everybody she ran, she escaped. She ran. And so they're like, we got to find her. Everybody's saying they got to find her. We got to find her because we got to leave at this time. The window's going to close. We got to leave at this time. Otherwise, everybody's going to be stuck here. So he's in a panic. He's driving. There's another female sitting on the side, and they're saying, how the fuck did you lose her? Well, we didn't expect for her to go into the bathroom and then, you know, running. But the thing that happened was the girl asked. So I don't know who the girl was apparently, but the girl is like kind of connected, or basically she was trying to, I don't know. It was almost like they was together, but they was trying to fool me that I belong with the dude. And he's saying, I told you she was going to run. And the girl's like, well, where do you think she's going? And he said, she's going home. And so as I'm listening to what they're saying, is when I finally like pull up. Like, the way I got woke up was weird. It was almost like, because I would have forgot. I didn't even realize I was dreaming. That's the thing. And so there's a whole lot more to it, but I'm trying to just give y'all the gist of it, and it is just so freaking weird. So that's the part that started to make me cry. She's going home, and I'm in tears as I'm waking up because you just said I was supposed to go with you. You just said that you were home. But their conversation, as I'm waking up, I can still hear the conversation. She's going home. They're calling her back home. Home is where your heart is. Home is where you feel safe. Home is where you feel loved. Home is where you're appreciated. Home is your home. And so no matter where you are in life, and literally, so as I was waking up, I had to go to the bathroom because, you know, when you wake up, you got to go to the bathroom. That's the first thing. So I had to go to the bathroom, but I'm trying to make sure that I can remember what the message was because I didn't want to forget the message. Because again, the way I got woke up was almost like I didn't realize I was dreaming at all, period. It was almost like it was playing itself out so smooth that I would have forgot. And so it's giving me like, so somebody was waiting for me to wake up. Somebody was waiting for me to wake up for me to realize they're here. They exist. I'm calling you. And so it's almost like they can't tamper with the balance of the scales. You have free will, but I'm calling you. So it gave me like your soulmate calling you in, somebody pulling on your heartstrings. But then as I'm waking up, it started to do this thing. And it's saying like, the reason why, because I keep telling people that I feel like I've been in spiritual witness protection. But there was a thing that happened to me when I first glitched or whatever the freak is what happened. It's almost like somebody sent a shockwave to my system just to wake me up or something. So now it's like all of this stuff replaying back in my head. And I did what I did to wake you up. I'm not sorry that it traumatized you. Like literally, because I could hear the person saying, I'm not sorry. Like, I'm not sorry. I had to do it this way. And it started to, like, I'm going to the bathroom and I'm starting to cry because it's like giving me the vibe, like everything played itself out. Everything had to play itself out the way it had to play itself out. But somebody was basically trying to get me off of a pathway that wasn't, that I got tricked on to being on or something. Because again, it's people trying to intercept and say, you belong here, you belong with us, you don't belong with us. And knowing that you don't belong with them, you don't belong there. It's like you being beneficial because I guess when people know that you are of a certain type of energy or a certain type of thing, it's almost like, they would benefit from me being there because they know where I truly belong. And so, yeah, that it just was the weirdest thing. I feel like, okay, so being guided somewhere, I kept saying being guided somewhere, and I also kept saying like there's some people, like the last couple readings seem to have gone together because that's still there. Like I went to go clean the stuff up, that needed to stay because once I moved that, it was that was there. And so I don't know if that's supposed to be there. But somebody being burnt by the sun for overextending their reach, trying to intercept, trying to, basically is giving me like a group tried to steal. And they try to trick you into thinking that you belong with them. Meanwhile, you don't belong with these people. You are not of the same energy. You are not of the same entity. You are not of the same being. Somebody knows that there's something rare about you, very unique. And they're trying to take that. All right, so then redemption, absolution, forgiveness, and penance. So, like I said, somebody that is calling you in, it's like literally there's a person calling. There's a person that is saying you don't belong there, you belong here. But we got to let you figure it out because you got to come. Just follow your heart. Your heart's going to lead you where you belong. They don't think you hear them. So nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. They needed you to wake up. So, okay, I'm woke. I heard it. I know I don't belong there. I know there's trickery happening. I know that somebody's trying to intercept. And it's almost like even with the extra messages, like there had to be like everything is being tweaked, like little bits at a time. And it's almost like I want to say the looking glass, like somebody can see you. Your people can see you. This card right here, you see that? Your people can see you. But it's like a different parallel, a different paradigm, a different dimension or something. Moon is mother. And then there's heart. They needed you to wake up. All right, so we got clearance. Okay, so I'm gonna just go with the reading because literally that phone is now doing something weird. And that was the other thing. Everything started to try to like not get me to do this. The phone is basically about to hang up. And then on top of that, oh, even in my dream, I started hiding stuff. I hid the fucking phone in my sleep and couldn't find it. I had to call it in order to find it. I had hid the phone in my sleep, so it was weird. I'm tucking shit away. So you could potentially be tucking shit away and don't even realize it. So let's see. I got imagine and envision. So whatever it is that you think is, it's like thinking bigger and getting a closer look, because literally it looks like the sun is on this thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like she's drawing the sun. And then on this card, the thing that I noticed, it wasn't even the card. It was basically saying, if you look at her book, it says fate. So it's like things being hidden in plain sight. The number 7 is there. So it's 5 on one set of dice and a 2 on the other set of dice. So it's almost like not looking at the thing that's here, because the card says affirmation for acceptance. It's like seeing the bigger picture. There's stuff that's being hidden in plain sight right in your face. It's clues as to who you are, where you are in time, where you belong at in time. We have rebirth and reinvention. So you, again, don't forget who you are, but forget who you are right now, because who you are right now is not who you are. That's conditioning. That's something that somebody told you. So it's like you have to rediscover yourself. But this is like being cleansed, coming out of the water. But there's a cat there. There's cats and there's sea turtles and stuff of that nature. Turtles are wisdom, longevity, and protection. And like I said, there's dolphins back there. So it's like you see, but they're saying look closer, because you're being pulled. Make a move, or I'm being pulled. So like I said, it pertains to me, but I'm just giving it because literally it was here, and so I'm sure it's going to help somebody else. Same exact thing. I don't know what these things are that's jumping out, but it's saying make a move. Like literally you making a move, but also somebody else had to make a move, because otherwise you were asleep. Whatever was done, it was basically somebody trying to, or security. So some type of security that was given. So it was like the things that are right there, because I told you that my cat turned into a freaking, like a lion or a tiger or whatever the hell. Like these cats were not real actual cats. But the whole time I've been living here, or living in that place, the whole time I'm building that community, they were cats. Come to find out, they was some big cats. All right. So we got Wiccan Reed. The first law of the Wiccan Reed is do what thou will, but do no harm. I know this because, one, that is here, but two, know a lot of practices of different, religions and things of that nature. Okay, so, and I don't want to call it a religion, but, different groups, different practices. If you know, then you know, okay? So I don't gotta say it, y'all know, y'all see me. Okay, so open yourself up to love. It is safe for you to let love in your heart. It is safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. So basically saying open yourself up, don't be scared. Either way, you know who to open up to, because everybody ain't for you, okay? So the Wiccan read the rules. Significant or important, but then there's a ritual and an invocation, something that was done, and then the foundation. How the hell did these cards do the exact same thing? Homeland. So again, like the looking glass, there's 4 people standing there and there's a fire. They're putting their magic together in order for it to, you know, kind of do whatever this big thing is that's necessary and needed. So we got Wiccan ritual, homeland, ethos, invocation, and foundation. Home is where your heart is. Follow, but then it's otherworldly. Like I showed y'all this card. This is basically like a signal being sent out. This is a signal being sent out. Your people are calling you. And again, to me, I kind of feel like, y'all, there's so much more. So I am manifesting you. Your family, your soul tribe, your people are manifesting you, trying to get you to, you know, open up, wake up, see the things that are right in your face and realize. But also security is giving me, that's how you've been being heavily protected. That's how I've been being protected. These people, they can see you, but they don't want to intervene or interfere with the grand scheme of things, because you do have free will. And if you're open to it, then be open to it. If you're not, then, you know, but somebody was hoping that you would, but they needed you to know in order for you to either accept or no. Okay, I accept. So I'm going to say it here right now. 5 of coins. So whatever these, there was a group or something that was happening, because like I said, somebody was trying to get you to think that you weren't who you were, that you belong with a group of people that was not. So there's elevation happening here. But somebody also connected to you feels left out in the cold or abandoned, but they may have been how you felt this whole entire time, thinking that if you were being pulled or your heart feeling like, you know, certain, you may have felt left out in the cold from these people, but that wasn't the scenario. We got control, focus, willpower, the chariot, control, keeping things in alignment. So where one thing says this, like, because control would be like somebody trying to control you, somebody trying to force the narrative or dominate the situation, is basically you learning control over your situation too. And like I said, these cards are on the ground, so let me see what they say. Somebody's initials may be R, first, middle, or last. Somebody's doing mirror magic, and somebody is playing spiritual, because I feel like that girl, whoever that girl was sitting in the seat was with my ex, that was basically trying to, they were trying to coerce, like, this person. It was almost as if they were saying, we're not going to prosper, or we're not going to grow. Our situation is going to be dim if we don't have her. So this person is helping, but this person technically don't want to help because they want the benefits, but they really don't want you there. Meanwhile, because also I think the person knows how this person feels about you. So although they're saying, we only need her for this, the person knows that's not really why the person actually wants you there either. It benefits them to be there, but it also, this person is in love with you, and but this person could be saying to this other person, no, it's this, it's that, it don't matter. That whole situation is fake. And the person may love you, and the person may want to be with you in this, that, and a third, and all this other shit, but you don't belong there. You don't belong there. Your world, your situation is somewhere else. So we got 7 of Wands here, connections, difference, and stand your ground, stand your ground. So basically, stand your guard, stand your ground. You know where you belong. We got the Empress here. We got the King of Cups here. Nurturing, forgiveness, growth. And also, again, you know, being abundant and bringing things into fruition. You're like a walking wishing well or something. A muse. One of those types of things. So you got a King of Cups here. Emotionally mature, compassionate, good news. So, and I don't know why, because like I said, there was a group of people, because these people, when they came trying to convince that you belong here, trying to convince me that I belong here, there was a lot of them. So a failing community that basically knows that they're in the last days of their time. And because I heard extinction, like they're going extinct. because literally everything that they have done, it wasn't on an up and up, or it just, I don't know, whatever it was, wherever they live, whatever they're doing is basically dying. Okay. So there's that. We have a Page of Wands, good news, bright ideas, rushing in head first. So somebody trying to rush in, they had a plan, but the plan didn't go as planned because, again, somehow there's interception, there's some other stuff happening. So we got a Nine of Cups, dream coming true, satisfaction and abundance here. We got a Two of Wands, personal power, moving forward, embracing change. The World here, a completion, wholeness, an end of a cycle. We got the Hermit here, soul searching, solitude and contemplation. We got the Fool here, a new beginning, a new start, leap of faith. Death here, ending of a cycle, a new beginning, transformation, and powerful movement. And that was because basically when you realize that you don't belong there, you got ghosts. I ran, basically. I got the hell up out of Dodge. Because you could have allowed these people to convince you that you belong there, but you just didn't. All right? So, we got collaborations, Three of Coins, because apparently the people that actually lived there that was, you know, part of my tribe, they were actually helping me. Because, again, I don't know what happened beforehand, because by the time I realized I was dreaming, and my name was Sasha. Like, they kept calling me Sasha. Sasha, it's time for you to go home. That was the other thing. I've never heard anybody ever call me that. So I don't know what that means, but I got to look up what Sasha means because that's what they kept calling me. And see how I almost forgot that? We got indulgence, Nine of Coins, Three of Coins. So all of these things basically just playing out. And indulgence, having being self-reliant. All right, let me get some of these cards because literally I need to bring this to a close. And like I said, this was part of my dream, so hopefully it helped somebody else. We got travel here, so just know that, because again, I was in the wind. I don't even know where I was going, but I was out. We got 19 doctors here. And that's giving me the vibe like wherever it was that I ended up or wherever it is that I'm going, you have to go to the doctor because they want to make sure you're okay, because I told you that I had amnesia, and apparently that's how I wandered off or something. So doctors being there, so somebody may need to see a doctor. That number's 19. We got shouting here, so somebody's shouting, but this looks weird because it's like once the person was saying whatever they were saying, it's like a little person inside of a body. So releasing or losing your vessel. The number's 35, and we got buying here. So see that? What is she buying? Because it says look closer. They keep saying look closer. She has a bird, and it looks like a little chest, a little, I don't know. Can y'all see that little box in her hand? And it has a little cross on top of it. So I'm gonna bring this reading to a close. Hopefully it helped. I feel like I should be pulling more, but this phone is gonna hang up. So that's it, that's all. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God.